and still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power, it's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position, and all of a sudden he's landed 3, 4, 5 shots and then he's angled off. A lot like I did in my fight against Lopez.
Naoya have very fast. Yeah, it's a compensation here, like. It's a very strong guy.
Brings out a big crowd, doesn't he? He's an absolute superstar in world boxing, and this was another exquisite performance.
Joe Rogan reacts live to Naoya Inoue versus Alan Picasso by calling Inoue a true legend of the sport. Rogan is impressed by how fast Inoue's feet are and how smoothly he moves in and out of range. He highlights that the power is completely unmatched for the division and says Inoue combines speed, precision, and strength in a way very few fighters ever do.
And I was so excited. He's a legend of the sport.
He is a legend, and he's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
when you look
massive.
at that.
Alexander Usyk is asked about Naoya Inoue's performance against Alan Picasso. His response shows clear respect and admiration. Usyk pauses, then smiles, before praising Inoue's speed and presence in the ring. He openly says, "I like Naoya very fast," highlighting how quickly Inoue moves and reacts. Usyk adds that Inoue is a very strong guy despite competing in lighter weight classes. He explains that the power, speed, and balance Inoue shows make him dangerous at all times. Usyk's words reflect how elite fighters recognize Inoue.
Here, the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Alexander, you're watching another pound-for-pound fight in Inoue. Have you been impressed with his performance so far?
Yeah, I like this is show Nagatani fight great with Mexican guy Naoya. I happy.
What do you think Inoue needs to do to get the stoppage?
But not think about this. I just watch fight. Maybe Naoya next fight going up. Maybe I don't know. I think it's normal because Naoya have very fast. Yeah, it's a compensation here. Like.
After Naoya Inoue's dominant performance against Alan Picasso. Social media lit up with highlights, reactions, and breakdowns, showcasing Inoue's relentless style and ability to control every aspect of a fight. Henry, a boxing analyst, offered a tactical perspective. He observed that Picasso entered the ring with a very high guard, keeping his gloves up to protect his chin, demonstrating solid defensive discipline. However, Picasso's elbows were held too far forward, leaving his body open, which Inoue immediately exploited. Inoue's lead hand, sharpness, and speed allowed him to land devastating body shots while maintaining unpredictability. The contrast in power was clear. Inoue's punches carried immense impact, while Picasso's lacked the same effect. Henry emphasized that Inoue's combination of offensive precision and defensive awareness made him in complete control throughout the fight, highlighting why he is regarded as one of boxing's most.
When I saw the two men get into the ring, the first thing that I noticed straight away was Picasso was carrying an incredibly high guard, defensively keeping his gloves very, very high, trying to protect his chin. And one thing I'll say in general about Picasso in this fight is that his defensive awareness was very, very impressive. He very rarely dropped his hands after he threw a shot. His discipline was incredibly good. But the problem with that is that sometimes it leaves a lack of room for creativity with fighters. Yes, it's important to be defensively disciplined, but if you continue to give the same look over and over again, you're never ever going to beat a guy like Inoue. The first thing I said at the beginning of my live about this guy was I looked at him and I went, his elbows are incredibly flared. You know, he had the high guard, but his elbows was very, very far forwards, which instantly made me think he's giving the body to Inoue. He's offering it to him. Now, that can sometimes be done because it's to create counter-punching opportunities, but in this instance, I think it was just that he was so concerned about protecting his head, about not getting knocked out with a shot to the head, that the body was there all night for Inoue, and Inoue took it. He took the invitation, and he constantly stabbed to the body of Picasso, and in fact, I'd say that this fight kind of was a story of the body shots in many ways. Picasso, like Inoue, had most of his success to the body. The left hook in particular was a money shot for Picasso. But the difference between these two men was so obvious to see when they were standing in the pocket and they were exchanging left hooks in particular to the body. The impact of Inoue's shots was totally different from Picasso's. It was like Picasso had cushions, pillows inside his gloves, and Inoue had a bloody egg weight. It was damaging, it was vicious, and Picasso simply couldn't hang in the pocket for long periods of time with Inoue. I mentioned the lead hand of Inoue there to the body, but the lead hand of Inoue in general in this fight was incredible to see. I mean, the sharpness, the speed on it, the different levels that he throws it from. It's unbelievably unpredictable and difficult to read as a shot, and it allows him to control fights. One thing that I've noticed about Inoue, having watched him for a little while now, and something I think he definitely does on purpose, is he lowers himself to the level of what's in front of him at times, because he wants you to open up so he can counter you and land large shots on you, ones that you don't see coming, so that he can knock you out. He's good enough to be able to do that and keep himself safe at the same time. What was testament to this was Inoue's movement is exquisite, it's exceptional. There were moments when he was using that jab that I just mentioned, dancing around the ring, using that lateral movement, popping the head of Picasso regularly, easily landing on him with that jab. I mean, Picasso was forced to keep a high guard at all times because the power of Inoue is so good that even when he's in motion, he will hurt you. But the testament to this idea that Inoue will lower himself to what's in front of him is that there was moments...
Acknowledges Naoya Inoue's incredible skill and calls him the monster. Tyson says Inoue is faster, stronger, and more precise than many champions he has seen, even claiming he is better than Manny Pacquiao in his prime. He highlights Inoue's power, footwork, and ring IQ as unmatched for the division. Tyson's praise shows the respect a legend has for a current superstar dominating.
They're called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is Monster.
Crazy dude.
The mean son of a... Oh yeah, see the spread. Don't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was doing like that. Just as good.
He looks like a fucking pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious. That's a bad guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah.
Who the hell fights in that division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad